High School's 2014 valedictorian, Isaac Davis. When I met Isaac and asked him to describe himself, he did not tell me about his GPA or his academic successes. Isaac described himself as a dedicated jazz drummer, taking quite some time to tell me about how Mr. Kiley, the band teacher at Winman, was instrumental in shaping his love of jazz music. A humble young man, Isaac explained that his transition to Tollgate was big, and that he worked hard and struggled for the grades he earned. When his assistant principal, Mrs. Calori, was asked about Isaac, she wanted everyone to know how humble he was, and that even after doing community service hours at Seasons Assisted Living, he still, to this day, volunteers there, playing jazz music, just to make other people happy. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Mr. Isaac Davis.
Hello. So first, congratulations to all of you, all of the students. You've worked really hard to get here, and you should be proud. 4 years you are, and I remember the speech that Tollgate's valedictorian gave back then. He had some really good advice, and I tried to follow it throughout high school. So I'm going to tell you what he told me, and then I'm going to throw in some advice of my own. So here we go. High school goes by really fast. Trust me. I think the two biggest goals that you should have are to be happy during high school and to be happy with the outcome when it's over. So here are some ways to be happy. First, if there's one thing that you take away from this speech, it's that you should try lots of new things and take all opportunities that come to you. You never know what will happen. I joined Tollgate's mock trial team on a whim during my sophomore year. The year after that, we ended up winning the state championship last year and traveling to Indianapolis to compete at the national level. When I joined, I had no idea what to expect, but I'm glad I took a chance. Not all opportunities are going to turn out so well, but if something isn't right for you, you can stop doing it very easily. That's happened to me many times, but I've really never regretted saying yes to something new. So, take opportunities. Try a new sport. Join a club. Take a class that interests you. Put yourself out there, even if you're scared. You won't regret it. Branching off of this, it's important to find something you like to do and throw yourself into it. I'm a jazz drummer, and over the course of my time at Tollgate, I was a part of various musical groups at school and in the community. Drumming has been a huge part of my life, and it's contributed greatly to my happiness. I don't know where I'd be without it, really. In high school, it's easy to do big things. I know someone who started his own landscaping business. I know a musician who gets professional paying gigs regularly. I know someone who's going to play NCAA Division II soccer. There's kids who have formed a pretty professional, good-sounding rap group. There's computer programmers, there's mechanics, there's really everything that you can think of, and this is just from kids at Tollgate. You can do anything you want, really, when you're at Tollgate. You really can. But you have to put in the effort to do it. Tollgate will help you with that. You use your teachers and classmates for guidance and support. Just take some initiative, and you'll be happy with the result. Do what you want to do. On a different note, I've discovered that happiness comes from kindness. I know that when I'm nice to people, I feel happier myself. Little things matter, like having a conversation with someone you don't usually talk to, picking up something that someone dropped, or giving someone a compliment. I've also learned the value of a community that makes you feel good and creates camaraderie. This comes back to taking opportunities. If you try lots of new things, you'll eventually find a community that makes you feel good. For me, it was the band. For you, it could be a sports team, a club, or anything else. Find a group where the people make the experience worthwhile, as well as the nature of the group itself. The people are really just as important. Positive communities and positivity in general create happiness. Next, I've learned to go with the flow. High school can honestly get pretty weird sometimes, and you're not going to be happy all the time. Adapt to unideal circumstances. If you can't change something small, don't resist it, and don't worry about it. Don't ignore things or block them out. Process them and move forward. In high school, almost nothing is permanent. Homework, tests, stressful sports games, and social problems all pass by a lot quicker than you think. Things will be good at the end, trust me. And a final thing, communicate with your teachers and form relationships with them. Tollgate has an incredible amount of excellent teachers, and if you get to know them, they'll become more than teachers. They'll become your friends. You'll be happier in class, you'll have sources of wisdom and guidance, and you'll have people on your side when you need help with anything. And if you do need help, there are people who will give it to you if you seek it. Getting to know your teachers really does make high school that much better. So, that's what I want to tell you about happiness. Take opportunities, do what you want, and put in effort, be kind and be part of a community, and know it with love. In the next 4 years, you'll grow and change more than you could ever imagine. It goes by pretty quick, and it's a wild and crazy ride. Good luck to you all, and may you all find